Every culture has holidays, and the Thais are no different. However, what sets the Thais apart from many other cultures is the sheer amount of holidays that they celebrate. According to OfficeHolidays.com, the Thais have 24 national and government holidays. Each of them are extremely unique and warrant a video on their own. However, today we'll share with you guys the most important Thai holiday of them all, the Thai New Year, otherwise known as the Sangkran Festival. Like all other holidays, the Sangkran Festival did not spring out of the Aether, and its roots can be traced back to Thailand's history. Although Thailand is an independent country today, this was not always the case. Between the 9th and the 13th century AD, much of Thailand was under the control of the Khmer Empire, which used Hinduism as a centripetal force to keep the empire together. Although Hinduism failed to gain much traction outside the empire's elite, many Hindu cultures and customs gradually diffused into Thai culture through hierarchical diffusion. One of these being the Mankar Sankranti, an Indian holiday that recognized the sun's celestial path. Originally, the holiday just involves Thais blessing and praying for monks by visiting local monasteries and giving food to them. Over time, this holiday morphed into the holiday that it is today. Holy cleansing with holy water became the giant water fights. The food giving became the feasts. However, certain parts of the old holidays, such as donation of food to monks, still are observed.
The word Sankran is derived from the Sanskrit word Sankranti, which means to transform. This is an apt name as Thais transform their streets between April 13th to April 15th to celebrate the holiday with water fights and decorations. Before going out to celebrate, the Thai people clean their houses before exiting for the festival. During this 3-day festival, Buddha images like statues are washed, and the younger Thais show their respect to monks and elders by sprinkling water over their hands. Usually, a traditional festival in other cultures entails loud music, lots of food, and a big crowd of dancing people. But what makes this festival so unique is that it is a massive water fight across the Thai capital and much of the country, while still consisting of the loud music, dancing, and a tempting array of traditional Thai dishes that the culture has to offer. Because of these reasons, the Thai New Year is like no other cultural holiday.
As one of Thailand's most famous festivals, the Songkran or Thai New Year is an important event on the Buddhist calendar. As Buddhism is Thailand's main animistic religion, which means it believes in the attribute of souls to inanimate objects or plants, it is a very important event to, if not all, most of the citizens of Thailand. Although Buddhism is not an ethnic religion, which is a religion with a small population of believers whose principles are based on the location it's concentrated in, it is one of the universalizing religions, which are religions that attempt to appeal to all people. Even though Buddhism does not believe in polytheism, which is the belief of more than one god, or monotheism, the belief of one god, it is still one of the major religions when we look at the amount of people who believe in it. According to the Buddhist scripture of Wat Pho, it is said that Songkran originated from the death of Kapila Brahma. The reason this Thai New Year is so important to people is not just because of its rich past, but also because it is when the sun enters the sign of Aries, the ram, which is one of the 12 zodiacs. The Songkran festival is a celebration of the New Year in accordance with the solar calendar. That is why their New Year's is at a different time than the New Year's you might be used to. The festival is one of Thailand's greatest pull factors towards people visiting, as most tourists will plan their holidays around this unique event.
The Songkran festival is celebrated when the sun enters the zodiac Aries, which represents a new year. This is a period of refreshing yourself, usually by cleaning your home, statue, and cleaning yourself with water. Water is sprinkled onto Buddha statues, monks, and other sacred idols to wash away their sins and to make a wish. The water splashed on each other represents washing away the sins of the past, and clothes are changed to represent that they have changed themselves for the new year. The releasing of animals is seen as a sign of good luck or merit. Colorful parades are celebrated and competitions for a Lady Songkran or to become the Lady Songkran would be held to represent the legend and the mental fact of Nang Songkran, which is the story that the tradition all began from. This tradition would diffuse into other neighboring nations such as Laos and Cambodia, which celebrate Songkran as well with water fights and praising monks with sprinkling water.